All right, everybody, it's a focus on business again. Thanks for coming back. I know we have some really interesting cats that come on the show, and actually I got a very interesting cat right now here. And speaking of cats, he does what a cat does if you don't like cats. He gets rid of all the animals, little critters that you don't want in your house, like cockroaches and ants and termites and rats and raccoons and brother-in-laws. I am just kidding about the brother-in-laws. I don't know if he gets rid of those, and if he does, he'd make $1 million. I'm just telling you right now. How you doing, Frank?
Doing great.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thank you.
So, this is Frank Nabozny. He has a PhD in this stuff. I'm telling you, that's pretty smart when you got that. I got that running for you. You know what I'm saying? And Frank, you own Green Tech Pest Control.
Green Tech Termite and Pest Control.
Termite and Pest Control.
Yes, sir.
I've known Frank for years. Long time. And when it comes to termite, when it comes to all the pests, if I call anybody, I'm going to call Frank. That's just the way it is, because the man's been around. He understands what he's doing. I've known him. I personally know him, and I was lucky enough to get him on the show so we could talk about some. Let's start with pest control.
Okay.
So, So that's a general term, but what is pest control?
Pest control primarily covers, the classification itself covers insects primarily that are invading the homes or the outside of the homes, and a nuisance by growing and expanding in the homes. Their homes, your home ends up being a problem. So
that would be like ants, termites, carpenter ants, fleas.
Right. Now, the termites has its own classification.
Yeah, we'll talk about termites later. Right. But the ants and cockroaches.
Yes, those are the primaries.
Okay, so I was in his office the other day filming some B-roll footage, and actually, it's kind of amazing. Frank's he's not just the owner. He literally gets on the phone and he'll actually go out on a call, which is kind of a little bit different than everybody else. I know there's all these people that own stuff.
Yes.
They're not in it.
I know.
They work on it, but they're not in it. They're not hands-on, but you are. I was kind of impressed. So,
yes, sir.
I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but the lady was calling about German cockroaches. Now, how many different types of cockroaches are there in Florida?
There's more than you think. I'm going to say that the primaries, there's probably around, I'm just going to say 6 or 7 of them. Different types.
Different types.
Yeah.
And each of them breed a different way and eat a different way and congregate in a different way?
Correct. The German roaches are the hardest because they repopulate faster than we can exterminate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you don't know what you're doing, it'll be a constant problem. It'll be return calls all the time, redoing. And basically, when people call us in there, they're paying us for what we know and how to do it.
Right.
And our prices are pretty reasonable because we go in to knock it out, not to drag it out.
Well, not that I was eavesdropping, but I was listening to what you were telling the lady, and it was amazing that if you've got them, or if your neighbor's got them, you've got them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I have them,
especially condominiums.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So if once one all have it, everybody's got them.
There's a good possibility they're going to get them because they go through the walls to the other attached apartments, condos, whatever they've got out there. And yeah, then the other people have the same problem. Then you got the finger pointing going back and forth.
Right. Oh, it's your problem,
managers
my problem,
going out of their mind. And so we like to check that unit. If it's Germans, check the 2 on the side, check the ones on top, so that the whole problem is taken care of. It doesn't come back.
Okay, so again, if someone if you're living in a condo complex, and someone's got cockroaches, you're going to have cockroaches.
Yes.
But if we have you guys come in and you treat, at least you won't have cockroaches in your place.
Correct.
That's
correct.
That's a big deal. Okay, so and there's 6 or 7 different types of cockroaches in Florida.
Correct.
Oh, God have mercy. I couldn't keep up with them. So I'm looking at the website, right, and I'm looking at all these residential pest controls, which you do in one service, includes all this stuff, but there's like ants and flies and gnats and crickets and earwigs and silverfish. Now, silverfish are the little long, they look like a fish, a flat fish.
Yeah.
They look like a grouper, or not a grouper, but a flounder that's going up the side of your wall.
Yeah, they're tiny.
And those are they're moisture based?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much, they're easily taken care of by us. We have products that'll just take care of them right away.
Okay, so if I bring you in for a service, say I bring you into my house to do the cockroaches, right, and the ants, what do I get? Because you have some free services that you throw in there for free.
Correct.
Which is kind of mind blowing.
Well, what we basically do is we get out there and we take care of all the face plates, and most of your companies do not do that. In the kitchen, in the bathrooms, all the face plates are done automatic. Under the sinks, under the appliances. All the cupboards are covered as well. We get up in the attic, make sure that attic, there are no problems up in the attic.
Wait, you go up in the attic?
Oh yeah, that's part of the service.
150 degrees in Florida, and if any of you live in Florida, you know for a fact it's hot in this place.
It's 140 up.
Yeah, oh my. And so you guys have no problem getting up there, and then what do you do in the attic?
Well, we check to see if there's any other infestations that they're unaware of as far as that goes. So we're doing a complete service on that inside, knowing that we've nailed just about everything we can nail as far as the pest control goes. And then the most important step is the outside service. If the inside's done correctly the first time, and they should only have to have the outside of their homes done from that point on. They don't need to be home. We can go out, catch the base of the house, 3 feet up, 3 feet out, doors and windowsills, and then the soffit areas are done as well. And if everything is done properly, nothing will be able to get in. So the old-time folks that believe they got to be sprayed inside every time we come in there, it's not like that anymore.
Okay.
The technology's gotten much better. And if there is a problem, I'll ask them, when did you see that bug? Well, I saw it during the day. Well, guess what? He's dead.
Right.
They don't come out during the day. They come out during the night.
Oh, okay.
And I'll ask them, did you see him at night? And I'll bring that in as well. No, didn't see him at night. Well, you don't have a problem anymore. And they look at me like I'm crazy, you know. But bottom line is, the insect will crawl along and he'll die.
Right.
He'll pass off and he'll belly up. And I'll let them know that and save ourselves a call, because it's really not necessary to go out and do the whole inside of a house again.
Right.
It's pointless.
Okay, so and that includes get rid of spider webs and
the free services.
Yeah.
Everybody asks me for discounts.
Right.
It's okay. Spider webs, mud daubers, and wasps are done every time we come, free of charge. Those are chargeable areas that we get extra money on from every client we got, but we don't. So is that worth a lot of money? Yes.
That's worth
a lot of money.
Yeah. So every time you guys come out and you do your outside treatment, you walk the perimeter and make sure there's no spider webs, no mud dauber's nest, and that's absolutely phenomenal.
Correct.
Because I know it seems like every time we get rid of them, they just come right back.
The beautiful part about our pest control, the best products that money can buy last 60 days, period.
Wow.
After 60 days, these people doing quarterly service, it's not good. Because on quarterly service, after 60 days, the product gets less. Inevitably, you'll get a call back. You take the call back, you come back out, you spray the area and take care of it. And the bottom line is, it didn't have to be that way to begin with.
Right.
If all was done in the sequence that I'm telling you about, everybody can go to work, know that their house is going to be all right. It's going to be taken care of. We leave a bill on the door to let them know that we've been there, we've taken care of it. We always call a customer, set up the appointment so they know what time we're going to be there, and follow up that way. Most of your companies don't do that as well.
No. So now, do bees follow into the pest control?
Bees are separate.
Okay.
And we run into a lot of bee calls.
Right.
More than you can imagine. And there's the Africanized bees that are out there now, and if you get anywhere near them, they'll attack you.
They come after you.
Yeah, and you can tell if they're Africanized or not right away as soon as we get to the job site. But we've been doing them forever and ever and ever, and there's lots of bees to go around out there for everybody. We're not annihilating the population where
Right.
they're not going to have them again. The bees have been around a long time as well.
Yeah, and we need bees, and we get
We
that,
do.
but we just don't need them in our house.
Correct.
Now, do you ever do the ones where they're inside the side of the outside of the, like where the flashing is and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we've
Or
had
like-
those. Again, we can eliminate them. We're not going to take the bees' byproducts out from inside the wall to finish the job. We did that one time because we had a new guy on it and didn't know what he was doing.
Oh,
And boy, there was a ton of honey we took out of there. You just wouldn't believe it. But if they want to do that, we have somebody have them call somebody on the outside to come in
Right.
and take care of that. We'll eliminate the problem, the bees, but
yeah, you get rid of them,
they
and
can
then all
have
the
the
stuff.
aftermath.
There you
know,
go.
we don't want to take panels off the house and all those other things that that need to be done.
So now I've also read on here, which kind of blows my mind that it's on here, is mosquitoes.
Yes.
You get rid of mosquitoes.
Yes. Yeah.
How can you get rid of mosquitoes?
Well, we have a machine, two different types of machines, actually 3 right now. And anybody that's got standing water or shaded areas, you're going to find mosquitoes.
Okay.
And with all the things that are going on with the mosquitoes and diseases they're transmitting,
Right.
for me, it's not worth taking a chance. You got to hit all the vegetation with a certain type of product, top and bottom, bushes, trees, and everything else. And if that's done, they're good for a month. And then we come every month on a monthly basis until they say stop. It's usually 6 months out of a 12-month period
Right.
that they need that product. They should be using it right now.
Right,
We're
right.
getting towards the end of the season there,
Yep.
but
Exactly.
it works. It works. That's all that
killer.
matters.
And with that being said, we're going to go to a commercial and come back. We're going to talk about the scariest thing our homeowners ever heard, termites. So we'll be right back after these messages.